It is 6 a.m. Your alarm rings. It sounds like a fire truck in your ear. What do? You hit the snooze button on your iPhone. You pull the warm blanket over your head. You promise yourself, just 5 more minutes. But we both know that is a lie. Hello, everyone. My name is Jack. I am 35 years old. I am from New York, and I am an entrepreneur. Welcome to the channel English and Personal Growth. On this channel, we learn English and build a better life. We do not just study grammar, we study how to be successful. And today, we are talking about how to wake up early the easy way. It is a very important topic for me. Listen carefully to the monologue. I put 4 advanced phrases in this monologue. These are B2 level phrases. Try to catch them when you hear them, and then I will explain them to you later. I used to be a night owl. I thought it was my personality. I told everyone, I am creative at night. I cannot wake up early. It is impossible. At 2 a.m., I was awake. I was watching random videos on YouTube or playing games on my PlayStation. I felt active. But at 8 a.m., I was a zombie. I hit the snooze button 5 times. When I finally stood up, I was angry. I was tired. I drank 3 cups of strong Starbucks coffee just to open my eyes. My day started with stress. Do you know this feeling? You rush to work. You forget your keys. You are late. You feel like you are already losing the game, and it is only 9 a.m. Then I changed. Now I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every single day, even on Sundays. And I do not use an alarm clock. My eyes just open. I feel fresh. I feel powerful. How did I do it? Did I buy a magic pill? No. I stopped fighting my body and I started understanding my brain. The first thing you must understand is this. Waking up early does not start in the morning. It starts the night before. This is where everyone makes a mistake. You cannot sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. and feel good. That is biology. You need sleep. But here is the problem. We have a bad habit called revenge bedtime procrastination. It sounds complicated, but it is simple. During the day, you work for your boss. You answer emails. You talk to people. You do not have time for yourself. So at night, you want me time. You want to feel free. So you stay awake. You watch The Office on Netflix. You scroll through TikTok. You steal time from your sleep because you want to feel free. You have to stop this. You need to cut down on your screen time at night. This is the first rule. Blue light from your phone tells your brain, it is daytime, stay awake. I have a rule. At 9 p.m., my phone goes into airplane mode. I put it in the kitchen. Not in the bedroom, in the kitchen. Why? Because if it is next to my bed, I will look at it. If I look at it, I will check Instagram. And suddenly, it is midnight. The second secret is about your alarm clock. Where is your phone right now? Is it in your hand? Is it in your pocket? When you sleep, is it next to your head? That is a disaster. If your alarm is next to your bed, you can turn it off without thinking. Your brain says, it is cold outside, it is warm in bed. Turn off the noise. And you do it. You do not even remember doing it. But if your phone is in the kitchen, you have to stand up. You have to walk. You have to leave the warm bed. Once you are standing on the cold floor, the battle is won. You are awake. It is uncomfortable for 10 seconds, but then you are free. The third secret is the most important one. You need a why. Why do you want to wake up? If you wake up early just to do boring work, or to clean the toilet, or to study difficult grammar, your brain will say, no thanks. Your brain hates pain. You need a reward. I have a friend named Steve. Steve is a graphic designer in Chicago. He hated mornings. He was always late. I told him, Steve, what do you love? He said, I love playing video games. I said, okay, wake up at 6 a.m. and you can play video games for 1 hour, guilt-free. Steve tried it. The first morning, he woke up, made coffee, and played his favorite game. He was happy. It was quiet. Nobody called him. He had fun. After 1 week, his brain learned morning equals fun. Now, Steve wakes up early easily. He uses that time for creative work now, but he started with a reward. For me, it is my coffee and my silence. I love that moment. I turn on my coffee machine. I smell the coffee. I look out the window at the empty street. The city is sleeping. There are no cars. There is no noise. I feel like I own the world. This is my time. I set aside this hour just for thinking and reading. I do not check email. I do not look at the news. I just exist. It is beautiful. Most people start the day with reaction. They look at their phone. They see a message from their boss. They see bad news on CNN. Boom. Stress. They react to the world. When you wake up early, you act. You do not react. You drink your water. You do your exercise. You read your book. You control the morning. And if you control the morning, you control the day. You might think, Jack, this sounds nice, but I'm tired. I need my sleep. Listen, you are not tired because you wake up early. You are tired because you go to sleep late and your sleep quality is bad. If you do this, you will feel a change. You will have extra time. While your competitors are sleeping, while your neighbors are dreaming, you are working on your goals. You get a head start on your life. Imagine having 2 extra hours every day. That is 14 hours a week. That is 700 hours a year. That is almost 1 extra month of life every year. What can you do with an extra month? You can learn Spanish. You can build a business. You can write a book. But you have to be consistent. This is the final trap. People do good from Monday to Friday. They wake up at 6 a.m. But then Saturday comes. They say, it is the weekend. I will party. They go to sleep at 3 a.m. and wake up at 12 p.m. They sleep in until lunch. This destroys your rhythm. It is like jet lag. Your body gets confused. Wait, what time is it? On Monday morning, you feel terrible again. I know it is hard. I know you want to go out with friends, and you can. But try to keep your wake-up time similar. Maybe wake up at 7 a.m. instead of 5:30 a.m. But do not sleep until noon. So let's summarize the strategy. 1. No screens after 9 p.m. Put the phone away. 2. Put the alarm in another room. Make yourself walk. 3. Have a reward. Good coffee, a game, a book, something you love. 4. Do it every day. Don't break the chain. It is simple, but simple is not easy. It requires discipline. But trust me, the sunrise is worth it. Wow. I talked a lot. I really get excited about mornings. I hope you are still awake. Okay, let's look at the 4 phrases I used in the story. Did you hear them? Let's break them down. These are very useful for daily life. The first phrase was, cut down on. I said, you need to cut down on your screen time. To cut down on means to reduce, to use less of something, to do something less often. Usually, we use it for bad habits or things that are too expensive. For example, imagine you eat too much sugar. Your dentist says, you have bad teeth. You need to cut down on candy. It doesn't mean you stop 100%. It means you eat less. Or maybe you spend too much money on clothes. You need to cut down on shopping. The second phrase was set aside. I said, I set aside this hour just for thinking and reading. To set aside means to save or keep something for a special purpose. You take it out of the normal flow and put it in a safe place. You can set aside time, money, or food. For example, you want to buy a new car. Every month you take $200 from your salary and put it in a savings account. You are setting aside money for the car. Or you are very busy at work, but you need to talk to your wife. You say, I will set aside 30 minutes tonight to talk to you. The third phrase was, get a head start. I said, you get a head start on your life. To get a head start means to start early, before other people, so you have an advantage. Imagine a race. Everyone is at the start line, but you start running 5 seconds before the gun fires. You are ahead of everyone. You have a head start. In business, this is very common. If you start working on a project on Friday and everyone else starts on Monday, you have a head start. You are winning. Or if you go to the airport 3 hours early, there is no line at security. You are relaxed. You got a head start. The fourth phrase was, sleep in. I said, they sleep in until lunch. To sleep in means to sleep later than you usually do. We usually do this on purpose because we are tired or it is a holiday. It is a nice feeling. For example, it is Saturday. You usually wake up at 7 a.m. for work, but today you wake up at 10 a.m. You slept in. Be careful. Sleep in is different from oversleep. Oversleep is a mistake. You are late for work. Sleep in is a choice. You are relaxing. Teenagers love to sleep in on weekends. So let's review them quickly one last time. To cut down on means to reduce or do less of something. To set aside means to save time or money for a specific goal. To get a head start means to start early to get an advantage. To sleep in means to sleep later than usual on purpose. I want you to use one of these phrases today. Maybe look at your budget. Do you need to cut down on Starbucks? Or maybe look at your schedule. Can you set aside time for English? We are coming to the end of the episode. I have a challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, set your alarm for 30 minutes earlier than normal. Just 30 minutes. And put your phone in the kitchen. When the alarm rings, stand up. Walk to the kitchen. Drink a glass of water. And just see how you feel. I have a question for you to answer in the comments. What is your biggest enemy in the morning? Is it the cold temperature? Is it your phone? Is it your family making noise? Tell me below. Let's solve this problem together. If this episode was useful, please hit the like button. It helps me a lot. And subscribe if you want to change your life one morning at a time. My name is Jack. This was English and Personal Growth. Don't hit the snooze button on your dreams. See you next time.